everyone, welcome to Review Time. I'm Islip, and I am sick. And also, you can see the camera's a little shaky, and that's because I'm holding it in my hand. It's really not a camera so much as it is my cell phone. I wanted to try to see what a review would look like using my Samsung Galaxy S3. So, today's review is going to be on a figure I've reviewed before, but I can't seem to... Well, you know what? It's a favorite figure, so I'm going to do it again. It's going to be on the, depending on what side of the pond you're on, it's going to be on the Power Rangers Mystic Force Mystic Titan. I think that's what they call it. Oh, Titan Megazord, excuse me. Titan Megazord, which is when I bought it. I bought, actually I bought 3 of the major Zords for $99 from Power Rangers. It was the Mystic Force Megazord, the Titan Megazord, the Solar Streak Megazord, and the Manticore Megazord. And to be honest with you, and the reason why I'm having such a hard time thinking of the names is because I actually don't really, like, I've watched the whole show, but I actually prefer them in their Japanese names, which is Magiking, Magiking, Magi Legend for the Manticore Megazord, and the Solar Street Megazord is Travelion or Travelion. So again, I'm sorry I'm sick, but I was actually requested to do more Sentai Power Rangers video reviews, so I'm gonna do a few re-reviews, and we'll see. We'll go from there. So the first figure out of there we're gonna take a look at is this guy right here. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. And oops, do you not want to focus? Come on, I've gotten you to focus on tinier things than this. Why are you not focusing? Let's see. There we go. Touch the screen and it works. There we go. So there's this guy. And this is, let's bring it over to the light. This is Magi Phoenix. I'm not sure what the American counterpart's name is. And he doesn't really look like a phoenix. It's just a guy in a knight armor. I guess he's supposed to be a knight. I guess Phoenix-themed helmet. Come on. There we go. He's pretty cool. He is really cool. He has a little bit of articulation. His arms, arms can do a 360. His legs, his legs, if you move the skirt, can actually go forward and back. Oh yeah, his arms also kind of move a little in and out. That's due to transformation. His legs bend here for transformation, and they bend at the knee. So he's got a lot of articulation for a Power Rangers Zord figure. Usually they're just kind of bricks that turn into more bricks, but yeah. There he is, and I can't get him to stand up. Stand up. There we go. So there he is. Pretty nice looking. Get him out of the frame. We're going to go with this one, Magi Fairy. Now, Magi Fairy is really teeny. Oops, sorry. Finger in the way. She's really teeny. There we go. Really, really teeny. And she's, they're all, well, not all of them. Most of them have, they're sort of, aside from combiners, triple changers. And she is sort of a headmaster. She turns into the head of the Magi Dragon, which is why she kind of looks like this. Now, she comes with no weapons because she is really tall. I mean, really small. Let's see. Get Magi Phoenix into the frame so you can see the size difference. see, what can I put into the frame to give you an idea of the size? I have there. Dark of the Moon, Leader Optimus Prime, kind of scrunched over, but that gives you an idea of the size. She's not even up to his kneecap. So now she carries no weapons. She actually is kind of a weapon. She turns into a ball, a fan. That's kind of her thing. She turns into different things, so she doesn't really need a weapon. Now, there's a Japanese version of this figure. I think it's the deluxe figure. The whole figure has better paint, and this one comes with like a ball that you can put her into to mimic her turning into a ball all the time on the show. So get her out of the way. We'll go with Magi Mermaid. Now, Magi Mermaid, it looks okay. It's really bulky. It doesn't look like a female, even though it's piloted by a female in the American show, or is a female in the Japanese show. It has no articulation, really, to speak of. The arms do that, and the legs swivel. And that's pretty much it. Now, she has a mermaid mode. If you give me a second, I will put her in the mermaid mode. And that's pretty much mermaid mode. You just turn the feet that way. In the show, the feet are together when it comes out, and then it splits into legs. She comes with a trident. Oh, they're all, element theme based on their color. So if you hadn't figured it out, you wouldn't have figured this one out. This one is wind. This one is fire. The element for this one is water. So next we'll go on with one of my favorites. This is Magi Garuda. Again, I don't know the American name. I was looking up what a Garuda is. Apparently Garuda just means eagle. So it's Indonesian for eagle. And yeah. This one, if you couldn't tell by the patterns here, let's see if I can get it to zoom in. There we go. The patterns here, this is thunder and lightning. Mostly lightning. Oops, sorry. This is hard to do with only one hand. Now, the wings do move a bit. They rotate at the shoulders. They move here. He has no arms, he just has wings, but he shoots lightning, so it doesn't matter. And he flies. The wings do bend up as so. Let's see. What else? The legs move out and they rotate, and that's it. Now, if you want, you can extend out the wings some more to give this bird dude a super stance. Now, the head doesn't do anything either. Now, I'm having such a hard time with this. Let's just slide this down. There we go. You can extend out the wings if you decide to, like so. This is for one of the later transformations. And give this thing an incredible wing spread, but, we'll just keep it the way it's supposed to be. And that is Magi Garuda. Magi Garuda rocks. I like Magi Garuda. In the show, Magi Garuda is always flying and then slapping things with its... Yeah. So, let's take a look at the head. Anyway, sorry about that. I had to go blow my nose. But, let's see. Tap. There we go. You can see the eyes look really nice. Green. Yellow head. Very nice paint job. Some flat, not flat, but some gray plastic, but hey. I think actually those pieces were probably gray on the show. From the back, well, you can see a connector point here. And that's that. So we're going to go put them over here. Join the lineup of the other Magi Rangers. Whoops. There we go. Yeah. And we go with the last one, Magi Taurus, which is this big bull guy. He's about, I'd say about 7 or 8 inches tall. If you want scale, let's give you scale. Here's Garuda. Here is Magi Phoenix. Whoops. Here is Magi Mermaid. And yeah, so you can see he's a big mofo. Yeah, he's pretty big. This is the body of the Megazord, or mech, or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty nice looking. Pretty nice. Has a decent articulation. The head doesn't really move too much. You can move the crests and stuff. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because you can't see now. Whoops, sweet. Sorry about that. Again, one-handed. This is not really a good idea. After I get my phone case, I'll be able to probably clamp the phone onto something and do this better. But 360, the arms bend in and out at the elbow, very strange, and also at the shoulder. And the legs will go back about that far, and forward, none at all. No in and out, but it does bend at the knee a little bit. Nope, actually doesn't bend at the knee here. I'm thinking of it when he's in the other mode. That's pretty much it. So, get a little look at his head a bit. See, pretty nice. Nice detailing everywhere. Nothing like having a bull head on your crotch. Yeah. So, yeah. So now I'm going to pause the camera, get this into focus, and I'm going to come back with these guys in their intermediate mode. So, be right back. And there we go. We've got the 4 of the Rangers combined into the Dragon mode. Now, let's see. Magi Fairy becomes the head. Garuda becomes the wings and the neck. Magi Taurus becomes the body. And Magi Mermaid becomes the first part of the tail, while one of the weapons and the piece that connected to the back of Magi Mermaid combined to form the rest of the tail. Now this thing is pretty big, as you can see. Here we go. Sorry. That's how big. Big enough that standing up it would probably be a little bit taller than Dark of the Moon Prime, who's crouching down. Now, the reason he's crouching down is because I've actually had Magi Dragon on my display setup, sort of like this, with Optimus just kind of riding on him. He's falling over now, but he was looking much more impressive before. Hold on. Well, actually, I left the piece out. I had Magi Dragon mistransformed. When I had him up, I actually had all 5 pieces forming the dragon. Only 4 of them do. Hold on. Alright, so here you can see that Magi Dragon standing crookedly up, not all the way up, hunched over, is about as tall as Revenge of the Fallen Optimus. And the wingspan, just of course, just awesome. Now, you might be saying, hey, there's, you know, 5 pieces to this Zord thing. Where's the last piece? And I just collapsed this guy down. Dang it. Alright. So, what you do is you take this guy here, and you can see the trident and the sword have been combined together. And I love this figure because of that. Because you can combine, in order to make the individual weapons, excuse me, combined to form, bigger weapons. So to get him, this is what to combine him under, you just fold him up, sit him down, fold down his legs at the knee. There we go. Sorry. This is why I need to get something to hold my phone. But I think this phone really does the job. And then you use the plugs on the back of his leg and you plug him into the dragon. Like so. Almost. Come on, come on. Come on, and there. Now he's on. And now the dragon is in flying mode. Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so he rides on top of the dragon. Whoops. And I'm hitting all sorts of things on my phone. Anyway. Alright. Sorry. Just had to try to get him to stand. This review's a mess. But this figure is awesome. The mouth does open. Unfortunately, you can see the foot of Magi Fairy. There are the hands of Magi Taurus, which have the thumb in the middle, become the hands of the dragon. And then there's the feet, which I had to put them out in a way I don't normally do because this is the only way to keep it standing straight. Here we go with the wings. And yeah, this thing looks pretty nice, if not just a bit too colorful. And then you can just kind of, post the wings if you want to. Just unlock this here, and then you can just post the wings any way you want to. Unfortunately, you've still got these feet here, but, whatever, you can still do stuff. So let me go ahead and bring this back into Magiking mode. And here we are with Magiking. And he is fairly, well, he's not fairly tall. He's about the size of a Revenge of the Fallen leader class figure. As you can see, Magiking and Optimus together. But he is very bulky. Very bulky. And he's very cool. I like him. Now, if you're wondering why his hat looks like that, he's got a, magician's hat on. He's a, he's made up of 5 magicians. Because that's what they are. Got the wings up. You can pose the wings how you want to. If you want to just leave them like so, fold them back so that they're out of the way, you can, just unpeg the feet of the Garuda, which is hanging on his back now. And then you can just, pose it how you want to. You want to pose it up like so, you can do that. You can do that, whoops. Fold them down and back if you want to get them out of the way, you can do that. I personally just like them out, like so. Yeah. Now, he has a little more in the way of articulation than the other Sentai do. Like, his arms, just 360, just normal, nothing else. But his legs go forward and bend at the knee. Now, that's something you don't get with most other Sentai. Doesn't mean you can do too much with them, but it is pretty nice. Now, I'll tell you where everything is. Okay, first off, let's take this apart. You can see these are the 4 weapons, 3 weapons, whatever. The sword right here. That's the sword where my pinky's pointing. Right here is the mermaid staff, or whatever you call it. Let's see. And the handle here is the axe, and then this is the part that was just on the back of Magi Mermaid. So, in order to form said sword, you plug this in here. Am I doing this right? Yes. You plug that into there. After you plug the sword into that piece there, and you take the trident and you match up the notches and stuff, like so. And there you've got the sword. So, okay, breakdown of where all the ranger things are. This right here is Magi Phoenix. This here is Magi Fairy, which is the dragon head if you wanted to know. Magi Taurus forms the head and most of the body. Magi Mermaid forms the front of the feet. And then Garuda just forms the wings. And you can see Magi Taurus' head right there. See? So, that's Magi King. He's number 1. And he's cool. I like him. I like him. I mean, 3 full-size Zords for $99 a few years ago was a steal. So that's like $30 a Zord. That's, well, okay, that's how much they are now, but the Zords nowadays are way cheaper than the Zords back then. So, but yeah, a much cheaper alternative at the time than getting the Japanese version, which I really wanted, but you know, couldn't afford. So that's it. That's my review of the drunk Megazord. Let's try that again. Okay. Magiking. I mean, well, technically, really speaking, it's the, what do you call that? The Mystic Force Titan Megazord. But I like to call him Magiking. Thanks for sitting through this very shaky review. Hope you liked it. I'm iSlip. I'm out.